Alright, I will help you all visualize it. Okay, so what he meant was actually Eunos Road 2 and not Avenue 2. I like this because it kind of reminds me of Service 232. So when you go out of Eunos Interchange, you go out to Sims Avenue, Jalan Eunos, and then you turn left to Eunos Crescent, and then up to Eunos Avenue 5. Like this. And then obviously the return direction is like way much simpler. It's Eunos Avenue 7, which is this one, and then Road 2, then into Eunos Interchange. And then it's supposed to look like this. I know it looks a bit like a Hino Poncho or like, okay, not minibus, but at least a midi bus route. So Eunos Avenue 5, it's like, this road is like kind of special. It's like, even though it's the road name is the same, it's like two different directions like converging into like this one road. So I would say like this, alternatively like this, but I would prefer this one because at least you would be able to put some bus stops like over here, I guess. I don't know. And then go up like this. And then the return direction is simply just like this. And then up to Eunos Avenue 7. Out of necessity because this is like only a one-way road. So you kind of have to use this road. Followed by Geylang East Central, which is over here. And then Aljunied Avenue 1. Then you could consider this one, like just go inside and serve the estates. Then turn out to Geylang East Central. Turn back out to Geylang East Central, which is then followed by Aljunied MRT, Lorong 22 Geylang, which used to be, as in this road used to be served by the old Service 60 to Shenton Way, if I'm not mistaken. And what you do is that, okay, for the Eunos bound, you would do Cassia Link, Pine Lane. I'm not sure if there is like enough right turn filter, but it should still be possible. And then the other bound, just Guillemard and Cassia Link. Because over here it's a Y junction, and then over here it's a T junction, which means you can actually right turn like this and not right turn into Pine Lane. So this is how it would work. Then you could serve Dakota MRT. And then it is mentioned here that you should serve Crescent Road, which is it's not straight, but it is going into this road, which is Chongqing High School, and then Mountbatten Road. He gave me an option of either East Coast or Marine Parade, but I'm just gonna make it go down towards Marine Parade. And then Juchiat Road. So one direction it's going to use Tembeling Road like this. The other direction it's gonna be Juchiat Road like this. So kind of like this. And honestly, for this service, you don't even need to let it go inside Chai Chi. You could just simply go, okay, it's Tembeling and then Juchiat, and then you turn into Kunseng Road, Lorong J Telok Kurau, and then Telok Kurau Road. And then you can either use East Coast or Marine Parade. I'm just gonna use Marine Parade for simplicity's sake. Now, as much as this route kind of looks like a route on crack, but here's the thing. If you actually deploy, like, let's say, Alexander, Dennis, and Viro 100 EVs, for example, like MIDI buses, it could actually work. So, Marine Parade Road, Siglap Road. Another comment that I've seen was saying that, like, from Siglap, if you want to access Kembangan, you would have to go inside, come back out, and then make one big round, which is kind of a waste of time. So what I'm gonna do is just to keep it simple. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to draw that. I got confused. Just Changi Road, and then Jalan Kembangan. And obviously with an option to serve new roads within Kembangan Estate, like up north. So as a recap, the main pointers is that it's going to be like a, how do you say it? It's like a, you know, the Dennis darts that they used to operate on like M1, M2, M3, which was Lucky Heights, and then M4, which is similar to 150 today, but it was actually integrated into 15. And then there is also 42, 92, stuff like that. But as the successor of Dennis Dart, we're gonna use Alexander, Dennis, and Viral 100 EV because the roads are gonna be a little bit tight. And this route, you could operate between like, I guess 15 to 20, 25 minutes frequency on average, I would say. Or if there's actually demand for it, you could adjust to 20 or like 21 minutes instead of like 25. I'm just giving you the extremes. Like realistically speaking, this would kind of be the frequency that it would run at. Now, okay, I know he suggested Pasir Ris bound, which means he's trying to integrate it with my Siglap, Chai Chi, PLAB, IKEA, and Pasir Ris West route. That's why he said Pasir Ris bound. Although one limitation of that is that I'm not sure if like 12-meter buses are suitable for those small roads and if they could actually tank such a large demand. So, in my opinion, I think it is actually better in this case to create this route that he suggested, but let it terminate at Kembangan MRT, or you could make it from Siglap Road, go inside Chai Chi, and then terminate at like Bedok or Bedok North Depot, like North Avenue 4, that side. So these are the two like ideas that you could play around with. Again, recap, the reason why I'm splitting them is because I foresee the one that from let's say Founders Memorial ITH to the one that I just said, the one to PLAB and IKEA. When PLAB actually develops, it might even need high capacity buses, and obviously all these roads over here are not that suitable for like 3-axle vehicles in general, so I think it is better to keep it split. So just to consolidate like the previous ideas, it's Founders Memorial ITH, sorry for my handwriting, to Siglap, Chai Chi, then to PLAB, IKEA, and Pasir Ris West, then to Pasir Ris. Oops, I exceeded to Pasir Ris, but you get the idea. And then the other route is gonna be UEC to, again, Chai Chi, Kaki Bukit, and then I mentioned about Woodley ITH, which is Bidadari, and then we can have this route, which will be something like, where was it again? Eunos to Aljunied and Dakota, and then to Kunsing, and then Siglap, and either of the two choices that I mentioned, either Kembangan or Chai Chi and Bedok, or Bedok North Depot. So you have one new route, you have two new routes, three new routes. So yeah, I guess this is how you would plan bus services. So how useful would this be? This one would be useful for like industrial estates connecting to Changchun, because Changchun right now, the access penalty is quite terrible, and this one is more of like another service 137 that applies like a lot more narrow roads and stuff like that. But yeah, it is supposed to serve all the underserved areas carefully, not carelessly. And yeah, if it's like an industrial slash school service slash last mile connectivity service, I think this could work. Frequency wise, I'm not so sure, but conceptually, I think this one would actually work. The only thing is, in the worst case scenario that this doesn't work, we could do what SG Buses has mentioned. Just tie this in, like this section, into this section. Like, if the routes don't work and you're forced to like merge them in this case. So yeah, I don't know how likely it is to merge. It'll probably be like SN10, SN20, SN30 into the Night Rider services, or like the whole 4N Night Owl 4N and stuff like that. 7N and 8N being absorbed into like the other Night Owls and stuff like that. That kind of concept, but for like daytime services. I think all three of these concepts are like good. It's just some of them you don't really have to introduce them now, but it's more of like just conceptually I think they would all be viable.